Get a thumbs up right now. Like before we even start talking, I gotta get a thumbs up. Y'all not respecting me out here. I understand I've been gone for about 330,000 years, but look, I'm back, okay? I'm back. So I need my likes right now. Give me my damn likes. We don't get my like, we got to fight. You don't want to fight with me. It's on Valentine's Day. You feel me? I need my likes. I'm sure this video won't get uploaded on Valentine's Day. It'll get uploaded a couple of days later because I gotta edit it and shit. So, but I'm recording nonetheless. If I had some glasses, I would straighten them. But yo, Dollface. Any beat. But look, for real, today we are gonna have a serious talk. Real serious, where I gotta get up in the camera like this, you feel me, and look you in the eye like that, you know, not to scare you or nothing like that, but we gotta have a little talk. We gotta have a little chitty chatty. Come here. I'm tired of these people out here, so we need to talk about this kind of stuff. So as you know, as me being online and things like that, I'm quite popular on the Snappy chat, and I get a lot of questions. Get a lot of relationship questions. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe they think I'm some type of relationship guru. Maybe. Or maybe my advice is wonderful. Maybe. Either one of those options are radical. Anyway, the topic of this video today basically is about catching feelings. So, I want to talk about it while it was fresh in my mind, because I feel like everybody had done this before. Like, you know, if you haven't, then fuck, you're a robot. Or some type of cyborg. Aren't they like the same thing? Nonetheless, like, everybody's had their little experience with it, whether they're in denial or not. I'm taking a moment of silence for y'all's ass to be in denial out here talking about y'all never caught feelings to somebody who didn't catch feelings back for you. Right. I'm sure. Thanks, Frank. But yeah, so I want to talk about it while it was fresh in my mind. I remember I had posted something on Instagram and I got a whole lot of feedback and people wanted me to talk about it, so I'm talking about it today. So, you know, I always get my little my little funny spin on stuff. Like, even though it's a serious topic, I'm gonna put a little, you know, a little flair on it, just to lighten up the mood, so it's not depressing, long, dragged out. None of that. We don't need none of that right now while we're talking about this, because I'm pretty sure you already emotionally went through some shit, so you don't want me to get re-emotional with it. So instead, I'm going to talk about it and bring a little bit of spruce, a little bit of heat, a little bit of spiciness, you know, just a little bit, you know, funny, of course, funny. That's really all I ever do is funny. So basically, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on how to deal with catching feelings for people and them not catching feelings back somehow. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk to the ladies out here. I'm a woman. Okay, so I can reflect on this. It's happened to me before, not gonna lie, multiple times. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it happened a couple times. But I feel like as adults, we all grow into our emotions accordingly, and some people don't. But I definitely never did the same thing twice. So, I caught feelings in different ways, if that made any sense. Yeah, so it wasn't, I didn't catch the feelings the same way. I caught feelings for the next person and the next person that fucked me over. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be completely honest. So, let me get into some tips and advice for people who are currently going through this or still dealing with it. Isn't it the same thing as current? So yeah, definitely I would suggest taking your time. Even though I took my time. I didn't even bring up relationship. I didn't bring up none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just naturally started liking the person. Now, I didn't know that the motherfucker was naturally not liking me back, even though he was showing signs that he was liking me. And I was like, he likes me too. Like, we're cool. But, you know, I don't know. In his mind, it was probably like, okay, she's almost gone. Cool. Now the next bitch could come. I don't know. I wasn't in his mind. But at the same time, I felt like I was getting the same vibes back. So I was comfortable. I was like, hey, you know we out here. What's good? But you know, stuff started getting funny. You know, pay attention to a person's characteristics. If they go from calling you a certain name to not saying it at all, and stuff is getting awkward and weird, and normally either somebody else is coming in the picture, or they go pop up and tell you, hey, it's not about that life. Fuck you. You just gotta pay attention to the emotions. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's one of the biggest tips I can give. Pay attention to the other person. Not necessarily yourself as much, because you might be controlling yourself. You might not be going too fast. You might not be doing all this, that, and the third. But when you have people who are indecisive in the mind area, with decision, with people, with all kinds of stuff, they just be indecisive. So they'll mess with you, but at the same time still want to explore. And I don't suggest you having your feelings there at all, because you can get messed over, and nobody wants to go through that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the whole grocery store. Okay, nobody wants to. So in order to keep yourself from getting hurt so many times, you do have to have a tolerance area where it's like you tolerate certain things and you don't tolerate it. Like, kill that off. If you can stop it in the beginning, you can move on faster and get up out of there. Save yourself the trip. Sometimes it's not necessarily the person who's catching feelings' fault. The other person can be sending mixed signals. So technically that's not your fault. So how to deal with that? I dealt with it once, and it was quite difficult, because I feel like when you are catching feelings for somebody, that's like your most vulnerable area. That's like the most vulnerable time. It's like you're just like, oh, it's like so into them, like nobody else matters. So like you're just emotionally trying to be connected with this person, and just like trying to put all kind of little, signs out there. And they're like, oh yeah, she likes me. And then that's it. And you sitting there like, yeah, I like you. What about you liking me? Oh no, I'm not really ready for that. What you mean? But you been talking to me all this time. You could have said that in the beginning. .com. So it's not necessarily the person who's catching feelings' fault. It's a two-man venture. Really, it's, you know what I'm saying, if they acting like they into you and you into them, and then they not into you, motherfucker, matter of fact, where is my Oscar at? So we can give these actors their Oscars, because they need them. There's a whole lot of actors out here in the world, and I've ran into a lot of them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, nonetheless. And for men, you can't pit so much out to a woman, because sometimes women are out here, they're like manhunters, out here in the woods just stalking men and hunting men and taking money from men and taking penis from men. It's just, there's different kinds of women out here, so you can't just be so available and so quick to offer up. Gotta kind of conceal some things to see where their mind is at first, before giving. Are they giving back? Is there reciprocation there? If there isn't, then chill out. Chill it down. Put it down here, okay? Put it way down here, and she won't strip your pocket dry. I be seeing a lot of men just like, I be like, damn, poor guys, like, getting ran to the mud, like, buying purses, buying makeup, buying perfume, buying food, going on dates, going on cruises, ships, making trips and shit. And the chick is like, not really into you. man, you decided to pack your shit up. Every time we was going in and out of the, different states and different countries and shit. But you couldn't take 5 seconds to tell me you really wasn't into me. Yeah, so there's a lot of users out there. Yeah, so men have to be aware as well. It's not just women that's going through this stuff. Now, let me get to this one. This is the last and final one I'm going to talk about. And it's where a person is scared to catch feelings. To where they're probably catching feelings as well. They get scared and back out. Because they're catching feelings. And it goes for men and women. It goes both ways. I've seen it. I've seen girls do it. I've seen, guys do it. I was in a situation where I felt like that was the case not too long ago. And it just sucks. It really does suck because you're trying to show the person different. You're not like a previous, ex or anything like that. And they just get comfortable. They be like, oh, yo, she's not like that, or he's not like that. Cool, I can open up and show some type of emotion. And some people can't conceal their emotions. You can just kind of see that they into you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the people get scared. They be like, no, like, what if I for real like you, or I'm falling in love with you, and something happens. So they think the worst of the situation in the beginning, and they back out. So they could like you for real, but they just scared. So that sucks too. It really does suck. But you know what I'm saying, to each his own. And like I said, we're all adults. Or of course there's teenagers going through this as well. But as an adult or as a teenager, young adult, you just have to make the correct decisions. Just if you want to chase somebody who's scared to love you, then I mean, if that's what you want to do, I wouldn't suggest it, because it's gonna be tiresome for you when you can just be with somebody who loves you and shows the same affection. Simple as that. But yeah. Yes, but nonetheless, just know that you're a good person. There's nothing wrong with you. I mean, there's some people that move way too fast. So if you're moving too fast for a person, just check yourself. Just check yourself. You feel me? That's all you got to do. But other than that, don't force no situations. Don't try to force nobody to love you, like you, spend time with you. None of that. Once again, like I said, that'd be tiring and exhausting to you, and don't nobody want to go through that. So definitely don't force no situations. Just let everything flow. Let everything be natural. Let everything flow. Let it flow. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I made it short. I tried to make it snappy. You hear me? Matter of fact, talking about snappy, why don't you follow me on Snapchat? Here goes my Snapchat name right here. Follow me. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can do whatever you got to do to make it do what it do, because that's all I need you to do. Okay? Oh, man. Y'all don't understand. I just recorded this whole video. Just recorded it. I'm happy with myself. Happy. So, until next time, y'all. Definitely remember to drop comments down below. Remember to like this video. Remember to share it if you think I know what I'm talking about. Share it. Do what you gotta do. It is all appreciated. Definitely, like I said, you can hit me on my social media. I'm friendly. I'm cool. As long as you ain't saying no dumb bull, then we ain't gotta fight. We don't want these fight night skills. Definitely see y'all next time. So, I'm out.
Baby,